Hey y'all, this is Living with Lemons. I'm Debbie, and this is another medical update on my medical journey. I'm about a week away from what I hope to be a very big appointment with my neuromuscular neurologist, and looking forward to talking with him about what he believes he can hopefully confidently stand behind as a diagnosis. The process is kind of a hurry up and wait. So I was hoping to see some more positive and improving changes after I had this great recovery with my left hand. I used to not be able to make a fist, and now I can, which is amazing. But I also can't fully extend my hand. I wasn't doing a great job of that before, but it almost feels as though there's a little more resistance from like the back side of my arm and the back side of my hand, as if the muscles there are just kind of playing hot potato with this weakness. They're like, okay, we're not gonna do it now. Anyhow, and I have noticed an increase on my right hand. So my index finger and my right thumb seem to be weaker. I started having difficulty about 3.5 weeks ago now, unbuckling my son. I usually do this thing from the front driver's seat. I'll reach back, and he's on the right, he's on the passenger back side. I have a small compact car. Anyhow, I can reach back and I can unbuckle his car seat as we're all preparing to get out of the car. And I suddenly went to do it, and I just couldn't push the button down in his car seat buckle holder. It was like too hard for my hand. And I struggled, and then I got a spasm, and it was one of those awful ones that twisted all the way down the arm and went right into my neck. So I kind of had to give up, get out of the car, go around, and from a different position I was able to get the buckle undone, but it took some effort, and it's been like that ever since. I've had to reposition myself and my 11-year-old daughter, and any time that she's with me has to help me with it, because it's time consuming. It took me like minutes, and my son has lots of energy and he's not patient. So I notice when I'm trying to open jars, I'm struggling a lot more all of a sudden with both hands, which is weird and again frustrating. And just other things like holding my knife to cut something. I'm right-handed, so that's what I usually like. I've learned if I can place a fork in the gap of my thumb and my index finger and wrap my whole hand around it, I can hold the fork with the left hand while I'm cutting with the right just fine. And all of a sudden I'm using more of my palm and my fingers to grip the knife than I am my thumb, if that makes sense for people who can what do I have here? Okay, this isn't a knife, but you would normally hold, like that. That's how I hold my knife. And all of a sudden, if I want to apply pressure to cut, I can't. It just kind of wobbles back. So I got to use my whole hand to grip. Again, it seems kind of, I guess when I say it out loud, I don't know, to me it doesn't sound major, but it's scary because that's where it started on the left side. So I'm anxious to talk to my doctor about that. After each infusion in the last month or so, I've noticed that I'm only getting to about day 3, and depending on weather, day 4. Like if it's really dry and not super humid out, I seem to be able to sort of sustain a better level of energy, like physical. The fatigue has increased a lot, so that's by day 4 to day 5 after my IVIG treatment. I'm already experiencing that extreme fatigue where I could sleep for 18 hours and wake up feeling tired still. It's harder to do household activities, tasks. It's harder to get out with the kids and go to the park. It's harder to be motivated to go visit people and to engage in long conversations. Just the mental part of carrying a conversation with people can sometimes be exhausting, and not because I don't want to be engaged or I'm not interested. It's almost as if not so much the thinking, but the talking part is exhausting for me. If like talking is a workout all of a sudden. I can think of so many jokes for that, but yeah, that's where I'm at. Increase in fatigue, weakness in the pinchers on my right side, and I have been having more weakness in my knees. I've been experiencing like this shaky, almost they want to buckle thing, but I haven't had any falls this week. It's been almost, I think we're coming up on 10 days since my last fall. So that's good. I'm like trying to get better about gauging and balancing and premeditating my steps. And that's where we are. I'm looking forward to meeting with my doctor next week. I'm trying not to dwell on the negatives of what I noticed changing, kind of going against what we were hoping to see. But, you know, I have joined a support group on Facebook, and there are so many people on there that say, you know, the ups and downs are common with them and men. MMN. So that makes me very hopeful. And yeah, I'm so happy that more people are starting to catch on and watch these videos. That's great. I feel like a nitwit half the time because I don't know what is going to be important to share and what is just me rambling and like looping. I think part of that's just the burnout that you go through, that I'm going through. But I'm so excited to have people out there just following, watching, supporting, and getting your updates. A week from now, I hope to have some more solid answers, and maybe, just maybe, we can nail down this diagnosis without feeling like we're still flapping in the wind. And that's what I'm hoping and praying for. So stay tuned, y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like it to show your support, share it to inform others, and subscribe to continue to get updates on what's going on. Thanks, y'all.